In fact, people and planet will be called on to move into a deeper relationship than ever before. We know that more and more humans are realizing that Gaia, and her planetary body, are transmuting into a higher frequency of expression in the same manner that humans, and their human Earth vessels, are transmuting into a higher frequency of expression. Those who have opened their hearts and minds to this information are the same ones who have been able to merge their human energy field with Gaia's planetary energy field. With this merging, these humans are taking their first steps towards their ascension into multidimensional beings. We use the word ascension because that word means rise, ascent, mounting, climbing, scaling, surmounting, and moving up. In this case, we speak of ascension as expanding your innate frequency of resonance from your third-dimensional earth vessel self, to include your fourth-dimensional astral body self, and into your fifth-dimensional light body self. Your vessel of fifth-dimensional light will be able to perceive, experience and live within the fifth-dimensional aspect of Gaia's aura. You may also choose to return to your fifth-dimensional starship and/or your fifth-dimensional home world. What you will be pleased to remember about your light body is that it is free of time and physical space. Therefore, you will be able to consciously experience more than one time and/or place within the same instant of the now. We realize that this experience will likely take what you still believe is time for your total transcendence and ascension into your fifth-dimensional light body self. Of course, once you are your light body self, the perception of time will only be a leftover habit. An example of a leftover habit would be if you always drove a stick-shift car and suddenly changed to an automatic car, your left foot would constantly reach out for the clutch. In the same manner, when you have your first experience catching a glimpse of the fifth dimension, your mind will think you are imagining it. However, as you feel the unconditional love, total unity with all life, and complete safety of the fifth dimension, you will search for that feeling in your daily life. The good part about searching for is that what you want, or expect to perceive, is what you will perceive. One might think that human perception is most about seeing or hearing. However, that is not the case. The greatest influence on human perception is the state of consciousness of that human within the now of that perception. This state of consciousness is greatly influenced by your thoughts and emotions. As an example, if your thoughts are focused on driving, you will primarily perceive the road, the cars around you, the traffic ahead of you, and the steering wheel, accelerator and brakes of the car. When you drive a lot, you do not even think about the steering wheel, accelerator, and brakes, as that becomes automatic. Therefore, you can focus on what is occurring outside of the car, as well as what is occurring inside of the car. As you increasingly become accustomed to your ascension into the light body process, you will remember to perceive the changes outside of your earth vessel within the now that you are also experiences the changes inside of your earth vessel. Hence, you move beyond specific components of your driving experience and focus more on the collective components of driving. Therefore, you can hear the radio and your friend talking inside the car, while you are still staying attentive to the traffic signals, pedestrians, and what is occurring outside the car. We wish to inform you that more and more of you are remembering to focus, not just on the many changes outside your body, but you are simultaneously focusing on what is occurring inside your body. Just as a toddler may not be able to talk or carry something while learning to walk, you are learning to perceive both your third and fourth dimensional reality, as well as your fifth dimensional reality. Therefore, you are learning how your inner perspectives of reality affect your daily perceptions of your outer reality. You are learning to remind yourself that you are a fifth-dimensional being who volunteered to wear a third-dimensional body, in order to assist with planetary ascension. Hence, you are called on to fully remember your fifth-dimensional light body self, and the fifth-dimensional operating system of that frequency of your multidimensional self. Simultaneously, You are moving from your 3D reality that was based on separation from all life. Within your old operating system, every person, place, situation, and thing appeared to be separate from you. Therefore, you defined yourself as you and every other person, place, and thing as not you. Even in a crowd, you were separate from all the others in the crowd, because they were not you. The members of your family were not you, your friends were not you. You were the only one who is wearing your earth vessel, unless you are pregnant. However, even when you are pregnant, you perceived the other person inside you as not yet born. Hence, he or she was not yet a person, but would eventually be born into being an individual person. Animals perceive their herd, flock, school, or pod as their self. Also, some primitive tribes perceive themselves as a being deeply connected with the other members of the tribe. On the other hand, modern, civilized humanity often believe that they are better than animals or primitive tribes because they can stand alone. These third-dimensional beliefs will need to be discarded and/or expanded in order for you to expand into a being of light. A being of light does not have any boundaries or edges. A being of light can have the wavering form of a small speck or a huge projection of their light that flows from their core into all directions simultaneously. But most of modern humanity does not even know that they have a core. This core is their kundalini, which waits at the base of their spine like a sleeping serpent. As your inner, fifth-dimensional energy field moves up your spine, your sacred marriage of spirit and matter slowly, or quickly, raises the resonance of your body, as well as your frequency of consciousness. It is then that your experience of reality will steadily expand beyond the limitations of your third-dimensional perceptions. Your third-dimensional self will primarily attend to your physical body and the physical body of your family or friends. But as your sense of self includes your higher dimensional perceptions, you will expand further and further beyond the limitations of the earth vessel you have been wearing, and will begin to feel an innate connection with all life. As you seek out these connections, your consciousness will expand even more. As your expanded version of self moves through your life, you become more and more aware that you are invisibly and constantly preparing to expand your sense of self to include your fifth-dimensional self. Then, you will remember how to deeply experience the manner in which your aura intermingles with the auras of what you once called other people, places, and things. As you allow your perceptions of reality to flow through and be enhanced by your multidimensional aura, you will perceive that every person, place, situation, and thing also have an aura. This perception assists you to remember that you are not separate from any person, place, situation, or thing. It is within that unity with all life that you can remember to look at life through your own aura. When you perceive reality through your own aura, you remember to intermingle your fourth-dimensional astral self with your third-dimensional physical self, as well as your fifth-dimensional light body self. With this conscious merging of the multidimensional aspects of yourself, you will realize that what you choose to perceive greatly affects how you think, what you feel, and how you perceive reality.